This is Eye on the Eagle News, Linda Thomas, and we're here with our new assistant principal, Ms. Dimmler. What are your credentials with coming to airport?
So I first started teaching actually was in Richland 1. That was my first experience in 1995, believe it or not. So high school students, and then I went on to DJJ, Department of Juvenile Justice at Birchwood High School. And then from there, I taught kindergarten all the way up through 5th grade and then became an administrator. So I've been doing this for 1 year now, believe it or not. So it's exciting. I was at Pine Ridge before I came to airport, though, with Mr. Coleman for 4 years.
Why become a high school administrator?
Well, I always had a goal to make sure I taught every grade and did as many positions as I could. So I wasn't just a teacher. There were times in there that I made sure I was an instructional assistant or that I made sure I volunteered in different areas because I wanted to be able to do every single position in a school. And then just as far as the jump goes, it was a matter of timing. So we were lucky to have 4 years at Pine Ridge Middle and to be able to come up here and actually follow a lot of students that I had not seen since they were at Pine Ridge, and I get to see them cross the stage. So it was really timing, and it was the right time. And I have to say, and middle school hopefully won't see this, but I do not want to go back down. I love being here, and so I hope I get to end my career here. So it'd be great.
Can you explain the elite system for us? Because I mean, we've gotten information on it, but we haven't gotten information from an actual staff member. So,
well, elite is just a motto that we want to live by. So, as you know, what it stands for: that engagement, the leadership, the integrity, the teamwork, and empowerment. So basically, it is a motto, a tagline where the staff got together, we all voted on rebranding our school and what we want the airport high school student to look like and to represent when they leave us and while they're here as well. So basically, when you think of elite, we want you guys to realize in life that you have 100% control of all you do. The minute you start making unhealthy choices, though, we pick up that control and we have to get more involved. And so we want you guys to see those words and those descriptors as ways and things and a way to live by. And not just here at school with your academics, but also personally and professionally. So for us, I can speak for the whole staff. Really, it boils down to setting a standard for yourself that's high. Therefore, that no one that comes along, whether it's someone you date, whether it's a relative, whether it's maybe a boss you may have, that might set that standard lower. And we want you guys to realize you can do anything you want to do. I think the biggest thing about elite is as you all sit here and say, okay, I want to be a football player. Well, what are you willing to risk to be that? What are you willing to sacrifice to be that? I saw a kid out there on Sunday. No one was around and he was kicking field goals. And then let's say you want to be a doctor. Well, what are you willing to sacrifice to do that? Are you going to stay up around the clock to read? Are you going to volunteer starting now in the hospitals? Are you going to do the grunt work that it takes that you're not going to get an award for, that no one else will see? So when it comes to that elite standard, we want you all to realize that A, you have to set it, but B, dream big. But go for it. And it's not just what do I want to do in life, it's what am I willing to work for and things that I may have to do to get what I want. So that, I think, to us as a staff is why we have it and why we set it. And not to be cheesy, but I can tell you by working with the staff thus far, we love you guys. And it's kind of our way to say, we love you so much to the moon and back. We want you all to have this standard and hopefully take it with you and pass it on.
So on saying that, is there any difference between the elite system that we have here at airport and the Pine Ridge Gold that I do understand?
There's very little. The only thing, we did have to make it a little bit mature. So if you guys look at these matrix that we have in your classrooms, if you go to Pine Ridge, it says walk on the side of the hall. We're like giving directives and almost like a command focus. With you all being high school, we're just asking you, do you have your ID on? Do you have it on? Are you prepared? Do you have your iPad charged? Are you sitting down in class listening? So everything that you see in your classrooms is in a question format, a reflective format. So we want you all to be the ownership of it and not us having to be more parental, saying, do this, do that, sit down, da-da-da. We want you guys to go, all right, I know I've got to use this teacher to get the best from him or her to reach my goal. And I need to sit down and respect myself. It's not about respecting everyone. It boils down to respecting yourself, which then becomes contagious, and you end up naturally having that genuine respect for others. So that's probably the difference, is that reflection piece, where middle schoolers, not all, but they can't get to that reflective moment, whereas you guys can, and we believe you can at least. So.
I think you summed it all up for all of us
Yeah,
here.
I'm just glad to be here. So I appreciate this opportunity. And like I said, on behalf of everybody here, I know a lot of you were thinking, oh, this elite, there's all these rules and procedures. Just know safety is our #1 priority for you guys. And then second, it's just making sure you get what you want out of life. And so we bring you elite. And we love you through with it. So we'll never drop that standard. So thank you so much for talking to me about it today.
Well, that's been this Eye on the Eagle segment with Ms. Dimmler, our new assistant principal. Hey, y'all have a great day.
Bye.